Sweden is an incredible country filled with colorful wooden buildings, traditional huts, stone fortresses, and cathedrals, and some pretty innovative contemporary architecture. Sweden is famous around the world for lots of things such as Saab, the famous Swedish aerospace company, the DIY megastore IKEA, and Volvo automobiles. It is equally as famous for its stunning scenery, picturesque fishing villages, being the land of reindeer and endless summer sun. Whether it's hiking trails or art museums you're looking for, Sweden got you covered. Do you know which are the most popular and beautiful places in Sweden? In this video, I'm going to show you the places that you can't miss in Sweden. Number 10. Stockholm Archipelago. One of the most famous places to visit in Sweden, the heavenly Stockholm Archipelago. Thousands of islands and islets are waiting to be explored here. Among its numerous islets and skerries, only 1,000 are inhabited. Both in summer and winter, it's unique in the world. The most popular way to get around the Stockholm Archipelago, called the Skargarden by locals, is by ferry. There are lots of things to do in the Stockholm Archipelago. For example, you can boat, hike, fish, sea kayak, bike, swim, and even ice yacht. Many of the accommodations on the islands have kayaks and bikes for hire. The staff and the locals can give you tips on the best routes. If you prefer a calmer activity, you can relax on a sandy beach or a secluded rock by the sea. Some islands have spa hotels where you can treat yourself to a soothing relaxation and just soak up the archipelago atmosphere. Number 9. Abisko. Seeking a unique experience in Sweden? Head to Abisko and catch the Northern Lights, also known as Aurora Borealis. Even though you can see it at other places, Abisko is renowned as one of the best places to see the spectacle. In optimal conditions, it's possible to see the Northern Lights all over the country. But still, Abisko ranks number 1 in Sweden. The sky comes alive as pink, green, and purple streaks dance high above. Abisko is definitely a must-visit place in Sweden. Number 8, Marstrand. Far out to the west, where the archipelago ends and the open sea starts, lies Marstrand, a haven for sailing and swimming, with quaint neighborhoods and car-free streets. Located only an hour's drive from Gothenburg, Marstrand Island is Sweden's version of Hollywood. Not surprisingly, like Hollywood, it is the playground of royalty and celebrities, boasting a rich, intriguing history. If you are planning to visit here, then make sure to stay at the former residence of King Oscar II, Grand Hotel Marstrand. The newer Havshotellet Marstrand is just opposite the island. It has a superb spa designed to reflect its natural coastal setting with treatments to match. From its restaurant, you can enjoy the sunset view over the island. Number 7. Skane is really beautiful with all its hills and colorful landscapes and windmills. Skane is famous for its magnificent nature, holiday-worthy beaches, fascinating history, and a vibrant city pulse, courtesy of Sweden's third-largest city, Malmö. Add to this a rich plethora of cultural highlights including world-class museums, ancient monuments, historic cold bathhouses, and centuries-old castles. It has a well-rounded destination for a summer vacation or an idyllic road trip. One of the county's definite gems is Österlen. This coastal region, nestled in Skane's southeast, is known for its pristine white sand beaches and is a popular destination for Swedes during the summer months. To avoid the crowds, a visit during spring or autumn is recommended. Best time to visit here is during spring when the canola fields are turning the whole region into a yellow kohler blast. Number 6, Malmö. Malmö is the biggest city in Skane and a multicultural place full of energy. In recent years, it has developed into an exciting city. It's known now for its cultural offerings, innovative architecture, and a strong organic social character. In Malmö, it's easy to shop with a clear conscience and to enjoy ethically produced food and drink. For example, in Malmö, you can dine at one of Sweden's most acclaimed organic restaurants, and you can shop for the latest fashions made with the environment and ethics clearly in mind. All roads in the southern province of Skane lead to Malmö. The blend of old-world charm and ultra-modern cosmopolitan vibes, together with food and culture from every corner of the globe, make this seaside city a must-see for all visitors. If you're wondering what to do in Malmö, the good news is it's all easily reachable. With some 5-15 kilometers of cycle paths, it's no surprise to hear that Malmö has a well-earned reputation as one of the world's most bike-friendly cities. And number 5, Gothenburg. Gothenburg is one of the biggest cities in Sweden, and of course, it's one of the most famous cities as well. I'm sure that you are familiar with this name. It is the capital of West Sweden. Here you can discover quaint canals, the cobbled streets of historical Haga, and many green open spaces. Interestingly, that green space includes Sweden's biggest botanical garden, boasting over 16,000 species. Gothenburg has been ranked as the world's most sustainable city for the last 6 years running, according to the Global Destination Sustainability Index. Gothenburg is home to a staggering number of craft breweries, tap rooms, and beer pubs. The city even hosts one of the world's biggest beer and whiskey festivals each spring. You can also find a number of foodie hotspots and award-winning eateries, including 5 Michelin-starred restaurants, and has rightly earned its place on the international foodie map. The city has a modern food culture, embracing sustainable food practices with Swedish and international flavors. Number 4, Ystad. Also known as Walanders Ystad, is one of the most beautiful cities in the whole world. No other city in Sweden can boast such a complete and living picture of bygone days as Ystad. Many of the 300 half-timbered houses and other buildings bustle with restaurants and shops. It's a picturesque place often alive with surprises and bargains. The town also has a fascinating history, top-class museums, and art galleries. 40 kilometers of sandy beaches and gorgeous rolling skein countryside on its doorstep. Some seaside towns have it all. Ystad really is as attractive as it is portrayed in the films and television series, with its medieval, pastel-colored houses on cobblestone streets and sun-dappled squares. The largest film studio in Sweden is situated in Ystad. Number 3, Uppsala. Uppsala bridges the gap between academia and modern innovation. This vibrant university town has many strings to its historically significant bow. Uppsala was called Östra Aros before it was renamed in the 13th century. According to legend, every 9 years during the Viking era, people flocked to Uppsala's temple from all over Sweden to make their sacrifices to the Nordic gods. The city is manageable in size, and yet has a lot to offer. It is also known as the Cambridge of Sweden. No trip to Uppsala is complete without getting to know its former resident Carl Linnaeus, one of the world's most notable botanists and scientists. He's left plenty of marks, such as floral, and otherwise across Sweden and beyond. Fast forward to the present day, Uppsala is considered a key innovation city in which academia and a distinct business culture unite to create a fertile breeding ground for new ideas. Pharmaceutical giant Pharmacia has been headquartered here since 1951. Number 2, Swedish Lapland. If you like nature, wildlife, and snow, then Lapland is one of the best places to visit in Sweden, especially during winter, as you will most likely be able to experience the northern lights as well. It is also known as Lapnoja. Laponia is a sparsely populated nature area with old-growth forests, glaciers, mountains, and enormous wetlands spread over 9,400 square kilometers. 95% of Laponia is protected as national parks or nature reserves. Before venturing into them, it's essential to be informed, well-equipped, and prepared for nature's elements. Number 1, Stockholm. I know that you know this, and it is of course what you are guessing. Yeah, it's Stockholm. The most famous place in Sweden, Stockholm is celebrated not only as the capital of Sweden, but also as one of the world's most beautiful cities. Embedded with 10 centuries of history and culture, it stands on 14 islands where the lake meets the sea. Swedes claim Stockholm is a city with all the top qualities of a major metropolis, but with few downsides. For example, it's a city where it's easy and efficient to move around, and the air is fresh and the water is clean. In addition, vast green areas permeate the city with plenty of space for everyone to roam freely. Few other places let you experience the pleasures of nature, urban sophistication, and cultural history all in a single day. The city is easy to get around on foot or public transport, and its various districts have their own unique vibes. The island of Södermalm has a laid-back air and is a draw for the creative set, while Östermalm is the picture of refined elegance. Nestling between these two areas, Norrmalm is a busy and vibrant downtown spot, and you'll find the charming old town south of Norrmalm. It is one of the most inclusive and welcoming cities in the world. You want to see your next trip? Subscribe to us now, and don't forget to like the video. and turn on the notifications so that you won't miss out on our interesting contents like these. Until then, bye.